Hello and welcome to today's introduction to family history searching on Trove. Today I'm presenting on Wiradjuri land and I would like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. My grandmother was a great storyteller. I have fond memories as a young child sitting around the dining table and listening to her tell those stories. Now I only wish I had taken more notice of what she was saying. The story about the girl who was not dead on the boat. Was this my great-grandmother who never arrived in Australia with the rest of her family? I've been interested in family history since my mother and I discussed her grandmother, my great-grandmother, and her German background. Great-grandma used to crochet beautifully, following the pattern with a pin because she couldn't read or write. All our family knit differently to the vast majority of others due to her knitting techniques that she handed down. To find any details about family history in the late 1970s was a time-consuming activity, and my mother and I visited many churches and graves, always asking questions. Writing letters and paying research fees to archives and diocese offices was commonplace. However, there was a lovely sense of surprise when opening return mail to find out the details of that research, if any. As the years have progressed, my quest to find some very elusive family members is still as important to me now as 40 years ago. We need to know the past to really value our future. Currently, we have the added bonus of technology, email, website subscriptions, and DNA, also unimaginable in the 1970s. I belong to the Wodonga Family History Society, which has been helping people find elusive family members for many years and giving us an overview of the local area and its people of the past. Belonging to a family history group is really beneficial, as so many like-minded people help each other break down big walls to find those difficult family members. And also being involved with the society provides a great social connection, which is valued in a small community. So let's get started with doing a basic search. To find Trove, just go to the National Library of Australia website and you'll find the purple Trove button here. I'm looking for my great-grandmother, Anna Maria Dries, who was born in Germany and moved to Australia in the mid-19th century. I'll try searching for her name. On the Trove homepage, I'll go to the search field and I'll enter her full name. I'm putting speech marks around her name to tell Trove to keep the names close together during the search. If I didn't use speech marks, Trove would include results that could have Anna, Maria, or Dries appear far apart from each other. For the basic search, I'll leave the category menu alone and select the magnifying glass button to start searching across all Trove categories. Unfortunately, no results. This means that it's unlikely that the entire name, Anna Maria Dries, is featured in Trove currently. That's no problem. It may be that just her first and surname were published. So I'll just try Anna Dries. I don't need to go back to the homepage. I can enter the name in this search field and select the green button to do a new search across all of those categories. There's one result in the newspapers and the Gazettes category. But I can see that this result is from 1954, which is after Anna Maria died. This article is not about my grandmother, my great-grandmother. So far, I haven't been successful with doing a basic name search. This might happen with some searches, but don't let it dishearten you. I'll just try using different keywords for content that might be in Trove. This is where it's really helpful to have additional information that you can search. I have information about a child born to Anna Maria, and on that child's birth certificate, the mother's married name is listed as Annie Sayers. I can re-enter the name back in the search field, or I can select the Trove logo at the top of the green page. Let's try searching for Annie Sayers. Trove will then generate a search results list for Annie Sayers in every category. The category options are available along the top row of the screen. And in a vertical list. In the same order. You'll see that this vertical list offers newspapers and gazettes, followed by magazines, newsletters, etc., just the same as in the top row. I'll select the newspapers category. Not quite Annie Sayers. There are results for Annie Sayer or Sayer. I can investigate these, but let's try another search. I know that Sayers was changed to Sayers at some point. So I'll try searching for Annie Sayers. I'll stay in the newspaper category for this. I'll just change that to Annie Sayers. I'll now need to go through 97 total results, but I'd rather not go through the whole 97. I'll try narrowing down this list of information that I have about Annie by using the Refine Your Results column over here. As you can see, there are sections that have lots of offerings in them. And some even you can click down to show more. Every box that you check can narrow down your results by the criteria that you select. You can select type, place of publication, publication title, or a date. Now, I know that Annie was alive between 1852 and 1934 and resided in New South Wales. So I'll narrow down my results by selecting newspaper, New South Wales, and I'll select the family notices category. you'll see that every time I select a checkbox, the other options disappear. You cannot make multiple selections in this column for most of these sections. If you want to explore other options, you'll need to uncheck the box and start again. After I've made these selections, I've narrowed down the results to a total of 18 results, which are more likely to refer to Annie Sayers. And you'll also see the new selections I made can be seen along you can be seen up here along the top row in the form of blue tags that you can remove if you want by just selecting the cross. I can also change the sorting style over here. I'll sort this list by earliest first. I'll scroll down and here is a family notice that mentions only son of Thomas and Annie Sayers. The publication date of 1895 is feasible for the time that Annie was alive. I want to see this article, but if I select it, I'll be directed to the article away from this search results list. I don't want to lose the results list. I want to keep looking at it. So I'll open the article in a new tab by right-clicking on it and selecting Open New Tab. And here is my first open family notice with Annie Sayers highlighted where it appears in the original newspaper. And it's digitised text in the transcript column. It's also important to note here that the National Library of Australia focuses on digitising newspapers published before 1954 on the general understanding that they are out of copyright. So generally on Trove, only newspaper content that's published up to and including 1954 is available in digital format. You'll find that some newspaper titles published after 1955 are available. That's due to the individual agreements that were made with the publisher. If you need content published after 1954, it's still possible to find it on Trove, just not in the immediate digitised form. If you contact Trove support, they will put you in the right direction. I'll have information on doing that later. Let's try searching for another name. I'll make a new search from the Trove homepage. I know that Anna Maria married Thomas Duncan, so I'll try Annie Duncan. Trove has about 800 search results in the newspapers category. And as you can see, 873 total results. And again, I'd rather not go through all of those results. So I'll narrow down the list with the refine the results column again. I'll go to newspaper. I'll go to New South Wales. I'll select that Family Notices category again. This time, I'll try a date range close to the date of her death. Maybe there'll be a death notice. So I'm choosing between 1930 and 1939. I'll also sort this by earliest date. I'll scroll down. And there are a couple of death notices for 1934 that correspond with her death date of the 6th of July. I'll open each record in a new tab. And here is my first article with Annie Duncan highlighted in the original newspaper and in its digitised text in the transcript column. Now that I've found Annie Sayers and Annie Duncan, I'll see what more I can find from these search results lists by changing some of the search criteria. I'll go back to my Annie Duncan list and remove the date range from the refined results. Now I'm searching for Annie Duncan in newspapers, in New South Wales, within all the family notices, but with no date range selected. There are about 64 results to scroll through, and the list is still in order of earliest date first. I'm running my eye over and skipping instances where Annie Duncan is connected with information that doesn't apply, such as mentioning a different husband or a family member. I know that Annie, or a family member, I know that Annie was married to Thomas Duncan, and I also know the names of her parents, so that I can skip over these names that don't match. And here is something, a notice that mentions the late Mrs. Annie Duncan. And the date matches the date of her death. I'll open these notices. When you open an article, sometimes it's hard to see the keywords you searched. Luckily, in this article, in this example, we can see them. But if you can't, here's what you can do. If the text is long, I could scroll up or down in the transcript column until I find the keywords. Or I can do a word find command to locate the name Annie Duncan. Generally, you can do this by using the Control and F keys on your keyboard. This will bring up the word command find box. This box will appear in different places on your computer. On my computer, it appears in the lower left-hand corner. It might appear in a different position on your computer. In the word find box, I'll enter Annie Duncan. Just enter the words you want. You don't have to put speech marks in. And enter. And the word find has found Annie Duncan. If you select the down arrow in the word find box until you find the instance that you want in the transcript column. And there it is there. To exit out of the word command, I'll select the escape button.
1.
As you can see, so far, I've opened up a number of articles in new tabs. I want to keep record of these articles, and there are two ways that I can do that. I can record the URL by copying the details from my browser and pasting it into a Word document that I'll save to my computer. Or I can create a Trove list. This is really helpful because it will be in a much easier format and available straight away every time I log on to my Trove account. Trove accounts are free, secure, and easy to use. You'll see at the top right that I'm logged in under my username. When I select my username, there are features that include lists, tags, and notes. Let's talk about lists. In the newspaper viewer, for the article I want to keep, in the left-hand side column is a button for the list features. I'll select Add. I'll select the plus button to create a new list. I'll enter the name for this list. I'll type Annie Duncan. I can also add a description here. I'll just add family history research. I also have the ability to make this a private list by checking that box so that only I can view it when I'm logged in. The public won't ever be able to see it, but I won't select the private checkbox right now. I want this list to be public so that it can be searchable and findable. When I select Save, the list will be created with the article added to it. So from now on, whenever I log into my Trove account and select lists from my dashboard, I'll see the list that I've created. And the Annie Duncan list will be featured with the article in it. And I can see it whenever I want. Let's talk about tags. I happen to know about the different names that Anna Maria had. In order to assist future searchers, I can add a tag to this article to connect Annie Duncan to Anna Maria Dries. I select tags. Tags. You can see that other people have already added tags to help with searching content in this article. These tags are keywords that might not already be in the article or transcript, and they help the article to be searched. I'm going to add press the Add button. I'll add the name, Anna Maria Dries. Tags can also be made private, but I want it to be public and searchable, so I won't check the Keep Private tag. I'll save this tag, and from now on, searches for Anna Maria Dries will also bring up this article for Annie Duncan. By adding this tag, my detective work can be recorded and help make this article more easily searchable. Also, I can add a note. This way, I can add more information than what can fit in a tag. I can select Notes from the left-hand side column. I can select the Add button again. And in the information field, I'll enter details about Annie, such as Anna Maria Dries, married Thomas Duncan. And I'll print. This information is not in the original article, so adding the note is helpful for future researchers. This note can be private too, but I'll keep it public and I'll just press Save. This information will be visible whenever a user selects the Note button. The note helps explain things and add extra information. If you're interested in getting a free Trove account, go to any Trove page and select the Sign Up link from the top right-hand corner of the screen. It's a quick and easy process. To create a free Trove account, all you need is an email address to register your account. When you find articles, you can also download them to save or print later. If an article can be downloaded, the option will appear in the Trove viewer. On the left-hand side, there's a button of a folded piece of paper with a downwards pointing arrow on it. That's the download button. When you select it, choose the drop-down menu arrow to choose what you want, the article, the page, or the entire issue. If you choose page or issue, only the PDF format will be available. I'll choose to download the article, which will give me more format options. Text format will generate the article in a new browser tab ready for use according to your computer's options or your browser options. If I want to download the image and PDF formats, we will have size options. You can choose an image size by selecting the Change Size button. Select the size you want and select the blue Create button. Trove will generate the image in your selected size, and when the image is ready, you just select the green View button and your image will be generated in a new browser tab, ready for you to save or print. So a reminder that items on Trove are only downloadable if they are viewable in a Trove viewer, such as the newspaper viewer that I just demonstrated with, and if they have the download button available. I hope this introduction to Trove searching has been helpful to you. If you would like more information about searching and using Trove, we recommend visiting the help page. This is a great starting point for you to find answers to a lot of questions. Just go to any Trove page and select the help link at the top right-hand corner. The help section contains a range of content that can answer your questions about using Trove. From step-by-step instructions for searching to managing your Trove account, chances are that your question can be answered straight away and you can get on with your Trove research. In the searching help page, you can get help with making simple search and advanced searches, and also information on First Australian content. The navigating section has information on how to use the Trove viewer for the item that you're looking at. There's also information about borrowing items, getting copies, copyright, and help with using Trove on your computer system. If you can't find what you need, if you have specific questions about using Trove or would like assistance with your research, select About tab at the top right-hand corner of Trove pages and select the Contact Us. From the right-hand side menu to select the type of inquiry you have. This section is helpful if you're doing family history research and don't know where to start. If you have an interesting Trove experience, you can also tell us about it and share it there. The National Library of Australia also offers resources for family history research. Just go to this NLA homepage and go to Using the Library. Select Research Tools and Resources. Select the Family History button. And here are more resources that could help you with your search. And there's also a button for specific assistance from a librarian. When you're ready to start searching beyond names and try other categories, try the Introduction to Trove Searching video. Go to the top of the NLA pages, back to using the library, scroll down to Learning, and select Webinars, Recordings, and Learning Videos. And the video will be in the list. My computer might be having some problems loading it right now, but you'll see the video appear at the top of the list. Local family history organisations, societies and clubs are also a good resource for your family history research. You can join and exchange ideas with like-minded people who are also enthusiastic about finding information. The National Library of Australia has information on societies across Australia that you can try. To see them, go up to the top row of the NLA pages and select Using the Library. Select Research Tools and Resources. Select the Family History button. And in the left-hand side menu, select Societies. Quite a good deal of different societies from which you can choose. Thank you for watching this small video on searching Trove, and I hope it helps to add lots of information for your family history research.